Welcome back to the Ball Boys podcast on 98.8 Boston. I'm August Faulkner, joined today by Gus King and Andrew Moses. On the docket today, the Trayvon Diggs situation. Following that, we will have some calls from you. All right, boys. Trayvon Diggs, Cowboys, cornerback number one. Thoughts?
I mean, he's got to be the best cornerback in the league. 11 interceptions, 2 touchdowns, 21 passes defended, 16 starts, started the entire season, 43 solo tackles. I mean, you can't get any better than that. It's just
You can say that, but he's getting burned on every play that he's not making an interception on. It's high risk, high reward, but he gets burned every time that he's not making an interception. And the yards just prove it that the people are receiving from.
11 interceptions, so that has to scare QBs.
Sure,
He just doesn't get, they put him on their best receiver. He doesn't get targeted. He pretty much makes them not an option.
you can target. It can scare the QBs, but he still gets burned every play.
Not when he doesn't get targeted.
He doesn't get targeted. Sure, but I feel like the targets are still a lot. When I see teams playing Trayvon Diggs, whenever he gets burned and the players that he's supposed to be guarding are wide open, they still throw it
Well,
because it happens a lot.
Well, if you're a GM, how much money would you give him per year?
Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah.
$7 million.
That's a bit low for someone getting 11 picks a year.
Well, we're going into his third season as a starter. I would give him around 10 million. I'll admit 2020 was not a good year, but he did really well this past season. And if he shows up again, right now 10 million a year, but if he does what he did this season again, I'll give him 15, 16 million.
All right, well, that's at least our introduction to our next segment, which we will take some calls from you. Our number is 471-342-5141. Once again, that's 471-342-5141. And our lucky caller is Claire from Utah. Oh, I didn't know we had audience out there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
We do appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us.
Who do you guys think is the second best quarterback?
JC Jackson. I mean,
Cornerback or quarterback?
Cornerback.
we're here in Boston. Here in Boston, it's got to be JC Jackson.
I mean, AJ Terrell is
Why
just
do you
so
think
good
that?
in pass coverage.
He's a ball hawk. I mean, he does everything that he has a lot of picks, same as Trayvon Diggs, but he doesn't get burned as much. Simply for the fact that Trayvon Diggs has more interceptions, I think he might be better.
I think Tre'Davious White, he's an all-around great cornerback. He's an all-around great cornerback. There's nothing bad you can say about Tre'Davious White.
Plays for the Bills.
Now come on. But he's coming back off this injury, and he's going to come back harder
Injury
than ever.
prone. Injury prone. Nothing else I have to say.
I don't think so.
This
think
was
that's
his
gonna
first
come
injury in a little bit,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Jalen Johnson. No, I'm just kidding. But, so we've seen the likes of, it's more of what do you expect out of a cornerback? To get interceptions, to make sure to prevent yardage. The question is, how do you define what their job is?
Well, it depends on how they style their play. Like we saw Trayvon Diggs gets a lot of interceptions, so I expect him to get interceptions. Guys like Tre'Davious White might give him a lot of touchdowns, but so let's expect that.
See, that's just not true.
That's just not true. You're right.
But Tre'Davious White's play style, he still had like 5 interceptions this season. He played.
He's a solid player.
Yeah, he still had 5
He's just
interceptions.
he's not a ball hawk like JC
He's
Jackson.
not a ball
or
hawk, but he
Trayvon
covers the
Diggs.
players like he needs to. He does his job well, and he doesn't give up those extra yards like Trayvon
He's
Diggs
a
does.
solid cornerback. I'd like to have him on my team, but I mean, it's almost impossible to say that you wouldn't like Trayvon Diggs.
I guess you would like Trayvon Diggs on
The
your
amount of
team.
interceptions that he gets, like if you have a strong secondary, like
Mhm.
strong safeties, you need him. Like you don't
If
need
you,
him.
yeah, if you have safeties like Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, then I would take Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, people like he does give up some big plays. I'm not saying he's
Some?
perfect, but if you have a strong safeties like Davian Howard, like there are players that if they can back him up, he's a very valuable asset to add to for your defense.
Well, we do have to ask our next caller how would you define what the cornerback position means and what should it do? Should it be someone who gets you interceptions? Should it be limiting the yardage you allow? I mean, it's a question of what the team's like scheme is. What are you trying to get when you trying to sign a new cornerback? Are you trying to get the ball right away and as much as possible, or just try to limit the damage for less, like, yeah.
Okay, let's see. I think we have a call coming in. Who our next caller is?
Ryan from Worcester. Well,
Worcester.
So Ryan, what are your thoughts on how would you define cornerback, and who would you sign if you had the chance to spend the money on a guy like J.C. Jackson, Trayvon
A
Diggs,
top
AJ
tier
Terrell?
cornerback.
Well, I hadn't thought of it that way, but I do think that I don't agree with his opinion that it's everything. Oh, like you have to just get like.
We apologize if there are audio issues. This is a low budget station. We're just getting started.
Well, how about you
I'm
join,
sorry.
folks? How about you join us next time for our episode on what is a cornerback? Because we have no idea.
Thank you.